Hey,
Hey, you freeze just canceled his tea time.
yeah, oh, darn.
Yeah. Yeah, he did. He
Uh,
canceled his tea time. He's like he doesn't need to golf today.
yeah, oh, good.
He gets to keep his
Good.
job another week.
Yeah,
Good for
yeah.
you.
Another week, he'll be looking for a job pretty soon,
Would you rather
probably.
be fired or have to live in Auburn, Alabama?
Yeah, just another one to the list because the list keeps growing.
The list is growing. An SEC coach got fired, and it was not Brian Kelly. I mean, it was Brian Kelly. It
It
wasn't me,
was, I was
Freeze.
going to say,
I
what you talking?
completely ruined it, Travis.
Yeah, that's
I
okay.
completely ruined it. But you know what would make me feel better after I've ruined it, Travis?
What would make your mind go to the right place right
And I
now?
tell you what, Travis, let me take the glasses off. It's weird because I feel weird wearing glasses, but I also can't see anything now.
Huh.
So we'll put those back on. Okay. So, but you know what lift my spirits right up is
Well, well,
if they would like this.
yeah,
Whatever you're listening to it on, maybe give us the whole podcast 5-star review. I don't know. We ain't brought that up
yeah,
in forever.
yeah,
That 5-star, it'll go a long way to help us. I don't know help us what, but it'll help me, make me feel
yeah,
better.
yeah.
And then, maybe make comments.
Because there's not going to be warm fuzzies to talk about, so we need some warm fuzzies
Hmm. And
somewhere.
then and then share it. Just share it.
Share
Say,
it.
hey, these guys are all right.
That gives me probably the best warm fuzzy is when I see people say, "Hey, you need to check this podcast out. It's
Check this
pretty
post
good."
out. Did you know they were endorsed by Paul Feinbaum?
That's
And
right.
then just you know what? You want to know when it comes out? Subscribe.
Yeah,
That make me and then I'd feel better ongoing. I
yeah.
feel better next week, the week after that, than the week after that.
So, folks, like, share, subscribe, all that stuff, and we're going to talk. Hey, we'll talk a little football, of course. We got to talk coaching search. We'll give our top coaches. We'll give our players the game if we can find any. We'll talk basketball, baby. Basketball. Hey,
Judy Hoops is back, baby.
shooty hoops, baby. Here we go.
Judy Hoops.
And we may even talk a little World Series.
I've been watching a little bit, flipping back and forth last night.
Well, we may talk a little World Series. And Siri just tried to talk to me. Shut up, Siri. Anyway, hey, listen to some music. We'll be right back with you.
1, 2, 3, 4. You ever seen a lame man walk? Ever heard a dumb man talk? Never seen a blind man see? I promise you a change is free. You ever seen a cancer dead? Ever seen all the poor get fed? Ever seen a prisoner set free? I promise you a change is free. Lord, changes me. My Lord, changes
What's up, everybody? It's time for the Hawg Slop podcast coming at you from the YouTubes, from Apple, from Spotify, from anywhere else you can find your podcast. I'm your boy, Big T, Travis Johnson, and I'm joined as always by my man, Big C, Clint Clark. How you doing, buddy?
Here's the thing. We agreed upon the time to get here, right? To meet up. And then I set the time, and then I showed up way early,
Yeah.
and I was aggravated from waiting because you were not early on the time that I'd set. Well, you were
Several
early, just not as
minutes.
early as I was.
Yeah.
I told my wife, I said, I would fire Travis, but he literally does all the work.
Well,
So,
but to be fair, you told me 15 minutes. And then, like in 8 minutes, you called me and said, "Hey, I'm getting on."
yeah,
I still have 7 more minutes,
yeah,
Clint.
you have 7 more minutes.
You
I
like
gave,
that math right there? I just did.
yeah, that was
I'm like, I
nice.
got 7 more minutes. I'm not late yet. And I still wasn't
Yeah, I
late.
mean, you were.
It's just you decided all of a sudden, "Hey, I'm early." And
I
why
got
aren't you
there.
early too, Travis?
Hey, how early was I? About 6, 7.
Oh,
I don't even
no.
know.
No, you didn't.
No, hey, I tell you, no, I had a young lady I work with, and I don't know if I'm breaking anonymity here or whatever. I don't know. Do we have that?
We can't
I don't
spell
know.
it, so no.
It's my podcast. If I get canceled for this, I get canceled for this.
Yeah.
It's about dang time. So she got a call from the school because her kid said 6'7". Like, I mean, I'm like, seriously, of all things, like, look, if Tom Clark or Sue Clark had got a call for every time I said something stupid at school, they would have blocked the school's number.
They'd still be getting phone calls.
They'd be aggravated by
Like,
life.
they'd be still going through the list for both of us.
yeah,
Like if they did that at Camden Fairview where I work, um, like like I wouldn't be able to do anything. I wouldn't be able to do this podcast anymore because I'd be calling parents.
yeah, just like,
Like
yeah,
it'd be like, yeah. I mean, like kids say, they used to say the kids say the darndest things. Kids say the dumbest things. They really
you
do,
know, and
especially
I'm sitting
middle
there,
school.
and I sit there, and if any of you Gen Xers, and I'm a Gen Xer, Travis is a Gen Xer.
Yeah, sure.
If any of you want to get aggravated about these kids saying they're 6'7" and they're skibbity toilet riz, and they're these kids these days, put on a tape of Pauly Shore and shut up.
That's right. Yeah.
I mean, it's like I'm like
He's
y'all act
so.
like we weren't doing the same crap.
Oh, yeah, we said dumb things. Yeah. Yeah.
Like yeah,
Oh, yeah.
like grindage and all that,
Yeah.
whatever
Yeah.
Pauly Shore would say. But yeah, so
Well, Clint,
it,
you said you watched a little baseball,
I did
dude?
watch it. I did watch, because I was watching the Razorbacks basketball game last night, and I was flipping back and forth, and I know the Yankees I mean, not the Yankees, the Dodgers ended up taking it at 18 last night.
Yeah. Freddie
Freddie,
Freeman.
yeah, hit was his second World Series walk-off home run.
Yeah.
First player to ever have two.
Yeah.
And that's historical. But what Shohei Ohtani's doing
Oh my goodness, dude.
is historical. I don't know what they're paying him, but if it's not a gajillion billion dollars, they're not paying him enough.
That's right. Hey, and he's about to start a game tonight as a
Yeah.
pitcher.
But here's the thing, and I'm going to give Toronto advice. What you do is you look at Shohei Ohtani. You look at first base. Is first
Yeah.
base open?
You give
Tell
it to him.
Shohei to go
No,
stand up.
and that's what they did for I think he batted 9 times
Yeah.
and they walked him intentionally for, I think,
I mean, that you've got
I mean,
to.
like, or I don't know about intentionally, but like you just pitch around.
No, because here's the thing. You're not talking, this isn't, pitching around Barry Bonds, Mark McGuire in the middle of July.
Yeah.
This is the World Series. The worst thing you can do is let him swing that bat.
Yeah.
Like he can beat you on the mound, he beat you on the mound. Who cares?
Yeah.
But
The problem is they have a lineup that is going to push him around.
yeah.
They are. They got the Freddie Freemans. They got those other,
Yeah,
they
because you
those
got
guys.
Mookie Betts, then
Mookie
Freddie
Betts.
Freeman. That's a tough 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. So anyway, but the Blue Jays are good too. They crushed them that first game, but I think the Dodgers will end up pulling it out. And
Well, that play at the plate last night, and you hated they did it with Vladimir Guerrero on deck,
yeah,
because you'd like to have him with the bat in his hands, first and third, 2 outs, top of the ninth, chance to win the game, or at least put them ahead. So
yeah. Well, it's interesting. Now, let's go ahead and get done with the sad stuff. Let's do
yeah,
let's get the football game, Auburn game. Wasn't that who we played? Wasn't it Auburn?
We
Yeah.
played Auburn, and here's the thing: is Auburn was looking for a reason to quit.
Yeah.
They were looking for it, and they actually gave it to you. And then we said, no, thank you. We don't want this.
Yeah.
It was not a good performance. It was not.
No. And this time it was, the defense, you felt bad for the defense because you felt like they came out and tried.
Yeah.
and they put out, like some of the guys that we hadn't seen putting out great effort were putting out better effort. I think some of the D backs that were shying away from tackles the last few weeks were not shying away as much. But man, the depth on the defensive line, Petrino, David Oki is gone for like he won't be back. I don't know what's going on with him. I think he's I think he's wanting to transfer and try to play another year. So I think but Petrino said in his press conference Monday, he's not coming back.
Yeah.
You had Cam Ball. They said they didn't say what kind of injury, but he had some kind of freak injury at practice last week. So you had him out. He's supposed to be back this week. But you missed those. You missed. I mean, just the depth wasn't there, and it just you could tell, man. But then sad part was the offense. Most games we've sit here and we've talked about Taylor Green's made a lot of mistakes, but at least at the end of the game, he's put up. I mean, he's been one of the best stat guys in the country. But Clint, he didn't have the stats this game.
No, he didn't. It was an ugly performance. And anyway, I
And don't get
guess
me wrong, Auburn had a great run defense, and they shut down our run and made it to where we couldn't get that going, even though
and
we tried.
number 17 from Auburn, I escapes his name. He's an all-world player.
Well, and Taylor Green's having nightmares about him right now.
Yeah,
Like right now.
he made him some money at Marion Harris's expense, I think.
Like if you say 17 to Taylor Green right now, he's gonna say, whoa.
Yeah.
Because that guy was in his face way too much.
Yeah. He was, and yeah, it just was not a good performance. Um
And for really, we've been, pretty pleased with the offensive line most of the year. They struggled.
yeah.
They struggled, and once again, they were going against some men.
No,
Auburn paid for some good players this year.
Auburn was probably got the second best defensive line we faced behind A&M. I think A&M
Well,
may
there's a
be,
lot of people a lot of experts say they're better.
yeah.
When it comes to that, the
Well,
front seven was.
I'm gonna
But
tell you, I think Texas A&M is the second best team in the country right now. If I
yeah,
was to,
well, I think
yeah,
overall team for sure.
yeah, for sure.
But
Um,
but I mean, if you're just saying defensive line and defensive fronts, Auburn's up there with them, for sure. But yeah, dude, it was ugly. It just was. It just
yeah, but
there's
I guess
nothing you
my
can.
first warm fuzzy, Travis, my first warm fuzzy
Yeah,
is how in the world do you lose a blue chip recruit at tight end and somehow wind up better at tight end?
yeah. Rohan Jones.
Rohan Jones, who's also a spoiler, going to be my MVP for offense. But
Yeah. Well,
yeah, I
there's
mean,
not many choices.
yeah, Rohan Jones. Yeah, I was like,
Well,
Rohan.
and Petrino is using him wonderfully, lining him
Yeah,
up at that H back, running him through the middle of the line, and getting him out in routes down the seam and down the middle of the field. Beautiful, beautiful.
no, I 100% for sure. And and I thought also another one. I thought Braylon Russell when he ran the ball hard. Um, I
Yeah,
mean, you really, when you're going, well, you ran hard, you are struggling for offensive, and I thought and also another is I thought the overall effort on the defense was better.
yeah,
Um, which is also, you still know you did some things whenever you're like, well, they ran hard to the ball. Um, and
yeah,
also Walker with the pick six, a defensive score.
yeah.
Um, so Trav, you got any warm fuzzies you want to go over, my friend?
I think my warm fuzzies would be Walker and Woodson. I've used their names as cuss words a lot watching games
Yeah.
because there are a couple guys that I thought have sit and watched people run by them. To be honest with you, there's some game film of them doing that. And thing is, Woodson does a hit on the buzz where they interview him. He seems like a good guy. He says all the right things. But there's been too many times where he's sitting and watched the running back just go by and like, hey, see you, buddy. And so, but I thought in this game he threw his early on. He threw his head in there on a big play at the and got a short yardage stop. And I think he was he did better. I just saw improvement. So I like
Yeah.
that. I like that.
No, no, for sure. For sure. And um Walker, like I said, just Walker the pick six, you'd been waiting on the defense to make a play. But unfortunately, leading to the first cold prickly is you freeze. And I don't know if they had a safe over there on the sideline. I don't know if they had it. I just don't know where they had it.
Yeah.
Went in there and he's like, "Where's the Razorback kryptonite?
Yeah.
Where is it?"
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Number two on the depth chart on quarterback. Get in there.
That's right. Yeah.
I was telling a guy at work, Emiliano, sports fan, dirty Longhorn fan.
Mm,
Um,
poor
but
guy.
yeah, can't all be perfect.
That's right.
Anyway, so we I said, you know what the Razorbacks have the tendency to do? We make the backup quarterback look like a Heisman Trophy winner.
Yep.
Arch is down. I said, well, I really hope Arch is back by the time we play y'all because we'll make your quarterback. He'll
Yeah.
look like the second coming of Jared Goff.
If you don't have a quarterback controversy, we'll give you one because we'll make the
Listen,
second stringer look good.
here's what happened one time, and I swear I'm not making this up. Look it up. This is back. There's these cold years, cold dark years called the Chad Morris years.
Yeah.
One year we played Kentucky. Guess what? Kentucky didn't have a quarterback.
Yeah.
They put an athlete at quarterback that just run the Wildcat the entire time.
Yep.
And guess who won that game? Kentucky.
That's
Guess who
right.
got SEC Player of the Week? Probably that quarterback that wasn't a quarterback from
Yeah.
Kentucky.
That's right.
I can't back that part up. But I've tried to block that
Yeah.
out of my memories. But they put in the back. I mean, we're up 15 points.
Yeah.
And then the backup quarterback comes in and does what backup quarterbacks do against Arkansas and shred them.
Yeah. That was terrible. He did. He just killed us. And so yeah. The cold pricklies, there's too many of them, Clint. There's just too many of them.
There's too many
Taylor
of them.
Green could not make a right read on the read option play. He just
Yeah.
couldn't all day. He couldn't make a clutch pass. I mean, he made a couple passes that were nice, but it was when you needed it, he couldn't. I don't know if his injury had him in his mind or something, from the week before. He wasn't wearing a brace. But I don't know if that was keeping him from running the ball, but he didn't take off and try to run it. And there was times where he could have taken off and running it because they were going after our running backs hard.
Yeah.
And he gave the ball up almost every stinking time. If you go back and watch it on the read option, he gave the ball up. And if you're reading that end, which I believe is what he's doing on most of those, I don't think many of them were midline options. He, they were crashing on the back, and he should have taken it, and he didn't. So, um, I don't understand it. I don't get it.
No,
He's a great player. Love the guy, but in a lot of ways, but there's some weaknesses, and we're seeing them, and they're amplified because things are going sucky right now. So they're
well,
amplified.
and here's the thing, and a lot of the success of Bobby Petrino is tied to Taylor Green.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of diehard Razorback fans. From the mid 2000 teens, early 2000 teens, that have a love affair with Bobby Petrino, and they want to see Bobby Petrino do good.
Yeah.
So when Taylor plays bad, it amplifies. So, Trav, let's just cut to the chase. I mean, this is what everybody wants. Here's what everybody's talking about. Is as we sit here right now, scale 1 to 10, what percentage do you give Bobby Petrino of getting the Razorback job?
15%.
I would put it less than that at the moment. Now, he
No.
can,
Oh yeah. No. At the moment. Yeah. You may
yeah,
be
yeah,
right.
it's probably at about 1. Um, and that there's a lot of people that are going to have to say no to us at that. to
Yeah.
get to the 1%. But it's still winnable. I mean, you've got a winnable game. Mississippi State's
Oh,
winnable.
he's still got chances to go out and prove himself. I mean, he's got a
You
chance.
got
He's got chances
you beat
to do it for
you
sure.
cannot tell me if he beats Texas and Missouri, he don't get the job, or two
Oh
big
yeah,
rivals. He
yeah.
beats them. So, um,
Especially look once again, my abacus, my sliding scale is is going to be, how, and the thing that's changed on it is how many jobs there are out there. Who tells us no? The problem is there's not that many coaches to choose
yeah.
from. And we'll talk
Well,
about that when we list our coaches
but here's
later.
the thing. But let's look at the way the rest of the schedule lays out. You got Mississippi State this week.
Yeah.
At the beginning of the season, you would have said they were the worst team in the SEC.
Yeah.
They're coming to us. Yeah, I mean, I think on paper we may be better, but I mean, they've played. They've been like us. They've
Yeah.
played some tough games. It should be a pick 'em game. I think we're favored. Then the next week, you go to LSU, who just fired their coach.
Yep.
Now, here's the thing about LSU. They have 3 losses, right, Travis?
I think so. Yeah.
Have they lost to a team that's outside the top 10?
I don't think so.
No, they haven't. They've got 3 losses. They just everybody at LSU hates Brian Kelly.
Yeah.
Um,
And they hated him
that's
already. Yeah.
well, no one liked him. He's a
Yeah.
smug, unhappy little man. He's kind of like LSU's version of Jeff Long.
Did you hear the
Uh,
story about the A&M strength and conditioning coach?
no, I haven't.
Okay, this A&M strength and conditioning coach was the LSU strength and conditioning coach for like 19 years. Saw 3 national championships. All right, whenever what's his name again? LSU coach just got fired.
Brian Kelly.
Kelly. Sorry, I want to call him Fisher for some reason. Kelly fired him, brought in his own guy, right?
Right.
Well, so that guy goes to now that guy was the connection to a lot of alumni. Okay. And so a lot of the alumni would come in and work out, in the off season and stuff. Well, Kelly and his new strength and conditioning coach doesn't let the alumni come in. So a lot of the former LSU players don't come and hang out at LSU in the off season and stuff like that. And so they didn't like Kelly. But anyway, but now that strength and conditioning coach is at A&M. They said during practice last week that he brought a blocking dummy out with Kelly's face on it and had him tackle it during practice.
That's funny. Yeah.
And
No.
then they showed him on the sideline celebrating big time after the game. Like he was wanting that win bad.
Yeah,
So,
he seemed really just unpopular.
yeah.
Look, it's like
And the
it's
same
50 million.
thing's happening with Freeze. Honestly, the
Yeah.
people in Auburn don't like Freeze. They
Yeah.
were complaining. I kept hearing stuff in the off season. They were complaining
Yeah.
he was playing, like you mentioned earlier about him playing golf. They were complaining about him playing golf too much
Right.
in the off season. So I mean, I
So-
thought he was going to get fired.
But you don't know what kind of mood it's going to be at LSU.
Yeah, that's right.
Then you got Texas. That's a disaster. I mean, you
Yeah.
know what? I mean, they've lost 3 games, 3 games. I don't
Something
know.
like that. Yeah,
But here's the thing: they were the preseason #1.
yeah.
Their offensive line disaster. And then
Did you see Nate Bargatze?
uh,
When he did the picks for game day,
right?
and it got to the Texas game. He goes, "I've been on the road a lot, but Texas is still #1, right?" So I'm picking Texas.
No, so that's funny, but yeah. But you don't know, and their offensive line is so. I mean, and then Missouri's lost their quarterback, and that's a whole situation
Yeah.
there. What I'm saying is, you have 4 games with just that are winnable for different reasons, but they're all gettable.
And another thing about Missouri is by the time we get there, the rumors could be hot and heavy on where Drake is going to be next year.
Yeah.
So they could be very well distracted for that game because he's
They-
going to
they
be
very
one of
well-
the ones that, there's going to be all kinds of rumors about him going to other schools, and he could be going to another school.
No, he is one of the big dominoes that's going to fall. I think.
Yep.
I think him and Lane or Lane Kiffin's the big one.
Oh yeah.
Hey, what's your money where's your money tell you where's Lane Kiffin going to be coaching next year?
Um, I think he very well could be at LSU.
I think he's going to still be at Ole Miss.
Think so. He may be. He may be.
I mean,
Here's the deal. Here's what someone told me. I saw a video clip today that had me really thinking. They said, look, LSU right now is making offers of, he said, this is what he thinks. This wasn't facts. Okay. This is
oh
just
yeah,
what this person was saying. It's a national commentator. He said he thinks that LSU right now is probably throwing offers at Saban and Myers for 15 million a year and making them say no. If both of them say no, then they're going to go after Kiffin and make him say no for 15 million.
yeah.
And LSU can do that.
No, they can, and I don't think it's going to work on. I would be shocked. I mean, I've been more shocked, but I'd be shocked if if Nick Saban or Urban Meyer ever coached again.
I would be too. Yeah.
I think they're
I don't know.
both.
But I think if you're LSU, you have to think about you gotta throw that out, especially this year with all the openings and everything that's going on.
Yeah.
You gotta really think about that.
Well, Travis, let's talk about the guy that most Arkansas fans wanted, which was Bobby Petrino,
Yeah.
and why he shouldn't get the job.
We kind of
Travis.
did that. You brought that up last week,
Well, and I'm going to bring it up again.
and I agree with you.
Okay, what
And
was the one thing that Sam Pittman would pretty much say after every loss last year? If we don't turn the ball over,
Yep.
we can play and beat anybody.
Yep.
And more often than not, when they lost, even one score games, who lost the turnover battle, Travis?
Arkansas.
Okay, now just was Sam Pittman calling the offensive plays? Who's in charge of the offense?
Man, this guy, Robert Petrino.
Robert Patrick Petrino, yes.
Yep.
And here's the thing. Ole Miss, top 4 team in the country, driving down to win the game, turn the ball over. Who's in charge of that offense, Travis?
Robert
Okay,
Petrino.
same thing as Memphis.
Yeah, he's Robert.
Then you put up a robust 13 points against Notre Dame, and then you take over as the head coach. And you roll out there with the job on the line, a winnable game, and your offense completely craps the bed.
And in these losses, your offense has been crapping the bed in the second half, even in games you put up good stats in the first half.
Which tells me one of two things. They're going into halftime. One, coaching staff, the defense is making adjustments. The coaching staff on the offense isn't. That's Bobby Petrino coaching. That is what it is. One of my biggest. Go ahead, Travis.
Well, in that A&M game, no, I'm sorry. In this Auburn game, sorry, A&M and Auburn's jumbled together in my head. This Auburn game, the defensive coordinator was a guy that he coached with, and he was reading Bobby's mail this week. He knew what Bobby was going to run, and Bobby didn't adjust enough to do anything for the offense. And
So
they forced Talon into some bad turnovers.
So my thing is, what has Petrino done other than to coach good football 20 years ago to deserve the job? Let's go to Petrino's recent track record. He gets fired at Arkansas, falls off a motorcycle. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
Yeah,
I'm also not. I'm also not on the Arkansas State Police.
Yes, sir.
Or a volleyball coach. Anyway, so he falls off the motorcycle, has a little fender bender on a motorcycle.
Yeah.
So then he goes to Western Kentucky rehab job, and he does okay there, enough where he gets his old job back at Louisville,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, because they thought, hey,
You know
things
what?
went so well before.
It went well for a while.
Yeah.
Went just swell, Travis.
Yeah.
And then he was doing his coaching show one day and found out he got fired.
Yeah.
Literally on the coaching show.
Yeah.
He's like, could you imagine that? But he was like, right there he is, paying Hillis marks off. That kid's special. That kid's special.
Yeah.
I'm fired. What?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's special right there. From
It's a bad
Colorado,
day.
Arkansas. I'm
It's a bad
fired.
day. Yeah.
Bad day. Um, so he so yeah, okay, so he gets fired at Louisville. Then he
Yeah.
goes to Missouri State.
Yeah. Juggernaut.
Juggernaut, Missouri State. Hey, you know what? Taking FCF's job, just you coaching football, just
Yeah. Rehab.
rehab.
Place to rehab
What
your
happened to
image.
him at
Rehab.
Missouri State, Travis?
I believe he was let go. Yeah.
He was let go. Then he was like, "Hey, you know what? You know what? I'm going to go to Texas A&M. I'm just going to be a coordinator. Take a step back.
No,
I'll
wait,
be the
wait.
head."
Don't forget. For like a day or two, he was at UNLV as a coordinator
That's right. He was
under
at
Barry
UNLV
Odom.
for Barry Odom, and then
And then Texas A&M called and he said, "Oh, Barry, thanks for the offer.
okay,
I know I told you yesterday that I wanted this job and that I was sold out, ready to be a running rebel and just make this team so great. I couldn't wait, but SEC called. See you."
well, who wants to live in Las Vegas when you can live in College Station? Am I right?
Yeah, I mean, really.
So, anyway, so yeah, so then he goes to College Station, and then
And yeah,
$76 million for Jimbo Fisher later, he's fired.
yeah,
Um, and then and then and then Elko comes in, is like, you know what, I got my own offensive coordinator. Get out of here, Robert.
that's right.
And then yeah, and now he goes to Arkansas. And what just happened to his head coach?
Oh yeah, he got fired. And
He got,
here's the other thing about that. And I just want to make this point. I don't think we've really said this. One of the things everybody wanted when they hired Bobby Petrino, they were happy that Pittman did that, right? Especially the Petrino lovers, the people
yeah,
that they wanted that coach that's going to cuss their players out just like my coach did when I was in school. They wanted him just to let Petrino have the offense and let him do his thing and not have any control over it. From what I saw, from what I've heard, that's what Pittman did. All Pittman did with the offense was go and help the daggum offensive line. He called himself a grad assistant for
yeah.
the offensive line. So when you're saying you're making great points, that's Petrino's offense. Petrino had ownership of that. He was given the keys and saying, "Here, drive the truck or the motorcycle."
Travis, that's why
I just did that.
I am like, if you want to hire somebody for something because they did something great 20 years ago, why not? Or if you just want somebody that's going to go out there and yell and cuss at the players, you know what? I'll do it for $150,000 a year.
That's right. Yeah.
Maybe even less. And Travis is a reverend. I'll have him come in and counsel me.
That's
Tell
right.
me why I shouldn't do that. And I'll be like, okay, Reverend. And I'll go out there and I'll cuss the players again the next day.
Hey, for the right price, I may learn some new cuss words. You know,
He,
no, that's just
he
joking.
may.
I
But I'm
wouldn't.
just saying,
But
it's just, Petrino has done nothing to deserve the job.
yeah,
I know we want to romanticize what he did so many years
I
ago.
agree. Yeah,
And I see stupid posts where we're like, here's what we're going to do. We should hire Peyton Hillis as running back coach, Tony Boo as linebacker coach. Don't make stupid posts like that. You're an idiot. I'm
well,
sorry.
and here's the other thing. They say, well, we can get Petrino for less, and then he can spend money on great coordinators. Look at his record. When has he ever had great coordinators? He's a micromanager. Okay, that's just the way he leads. When it listen to what some of those people say he did when Willie Robinson was there. Willie Robinson was a reputable defensive coordinator. He had NFL experience. And they said he would go in and take over and tell Willie Robinson what not to do. Earlier with Travis Williams, They said in practice he would boss him around, and they didn't like each other. Of course, they went back to the Atlanta Falcons deal. But anyway, he's not the top. Name me, tell me Bobby Petrino's great coaching tree. I'll sit back and wait while you list them.
Garrick McGee.
Yeah, he went really good at UAB.
He's straight up not having a good time. But Travis, if we're going to hire an a coordinator as a coach, because at this point that's what Petrino is. He's a coordinator.
Yeah.
I've got three names that are my top three on the Big C big board.
Okay, it's time for the big board now. Then. Okay,
Okay,
and
so
so
I'm
I've
going
got
to.
my big board has changed a little bit. Well,
Okay, first off,
a
number one on
little,
my big
very
board,
little.
number one on my big board is James Franklin, and it's always going to be James Franklin until the day he's got another job.
Yep.
But I'm just going to go with three coordinators who have had more recent success that would be better candidates than Bobby Petrino.
Okay.
And I'm going to start off with number three. That is the offensive coordinator for the University of Illinois, Barry Lunny Jr., son of Arkansas coaching legend Barry Lunny Sr.,
Yep.
former quarterback of the University of Arkansas,
Yep.
also former offensive coordinator at University of Texas San Antonio.
Yep.
So he went out, he's coached, he's proved himself. He got out from under, he had the interim stint at Arkansas. And plus, you know what? Up until like a week ago, Illinois was ranked. Burt's
Yep.
not in danger of getting fired.
Yep.
His job's secure there in Champaign.
Yep.
Huh? Look, he's not getting his head coaches fired as coordinator. Go ahead, Travis. That's my number three, by the way. I start off at three.
Well, my number three is well, I'm gonna go with my number one first because my number three is a new name,
Okay.
and I want to see if you bring him up. I don't think you will, but I'm gonna go with my number one. My number one's been number one the whole time. Alex Golish. I think
Took an L at Memphis this week.
he did, and that's okay. Look, part of the thing with all these job openings, look, he's going to be one of the best we can get, I think, and also we're going to have to take a chance on somebody.
Yeah.
You're not going to get a John Calipari. You're not. I don't think so, unless something crazy happens.
Is there a John Calipari out there?
No.
I mean,
I mean, it'd be Saban, Myers. Yeah. Maybe you could throw a Franklin in there.
Well, you could say Dabo, but I mean, Dabo's
still,
yeah.
But yeah, I think you're going to have to find somebody that's up and comer a little bit, and Golish next to Summerhill and is probably the next best one. And I think Summerhill's going to have his pick of places and one of those higher tier jobs. And with all these higher tier jobs coming open, Golish is probably not very realistic for us. We may not even could get him if he wanted it. I mean, I think he's going to be able to go somewhere better, to be honest with you, but he's my number one still. Go ahead.
My number two is going to be none other than the offensive coordinator at Ole Miss, Mr. Charlie Weiss Jr.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I mean, you know what? He sit there and learned, treating Lane Kiffin.
Yeah.
Learn the portal, learn how to bring in talent. And look what he's done with Trinidad Chambliss.
Yep.
So yeah, more successful than Bobby Petrino.
Yeah. My next one is he made my list last week. I'm gonna still ride with him. Look, I think I just like the guy, and I think give him a chance. I think we're a better school than where he's at. I think we got a better chance to win than where he's at. Especially if you put together the scouting department and stuff that right now Hunter Yurchek should be doing, that he should be working with Remy Cofield and all those folks to try to put together a staff to support whoever the next head coach is going to be. If you can put all that behind this guy, I like him. PJ Fleck. Row your boat. Row the boat, baby. Row the boat.
No. So, Trav, my number one he hasn't been on my list. I haven't heard him mentioned, but he's got NFL head coaching experience,
Mm,
successful coordinator
yeah.
in the NFL, and currently a successful coordinator in college. He's the defense coordinator for your number one ranked Ohio State Buckeyes,
Oh,
Matt Patricia.
yeah.
I'm Super Bowl champion.
Do we have enough hoodie weather for him?
I don't know. It didn't go well in Detroit when he was head coach. And then
Yeah.
he kind of bounced around, at coordinator. He's
Yeah.
back at Ohio State doing a
Yeah.
tremendous
No,
job.
yeah.
But my thing with him was, and this is just real talk, is how would he fit the
Yeah.
culture in the
Yeah.
South? That's what you always wonder about. Because like Brett Bielema, on one hand, is a perfect candidate for Arkansas.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, he just came across as I don't want to use the term carpetbagger, but he came across as a carpetbagger.
Yeah.
And that's the way he was viewed. So I don't know if Patricia would work here or not, but
Yeah.
I think he'd definitely be an intriguing choice. And he's also not getting his head coach fired,
Yeah. Very much
and
so.
doing a fantastic job.
Well, and speaking of someone who's not getting their head coach fired, but someone who has also helped their head coach get a what people thought was a pretty good job has turned into an awesome job, and now has got him a raise and helped him get a raise and an extension. And I think his head coach is doing the best job in college football of wading the waters of the transfer portal and NIL. And I want to, I think whoever we get as head coach should be required to go spend at least a week shadowing the head coach at this school where this coordinator would be coming from. And that is Mike Shanahan, the offensive coordinator for Indiana Hoosiers.
Oh,
And I really don't know a whole lot about Mike Shanahan besides he's been offensive coordinator and receivers coach for 4 years under Kurt Signetti. But I have so much respect for what Signetti's doing. Him and Kiffin are doing with, and you could argue drink right below him.
yeah,
But think of where he's doing it, Clint.
yeah.
Tell me the last time you remember Indiana football being relevant. Go ahead.
Antoine Randall L, baby.
I was talking to Joey this afternoon, and that's the only person he. So the time when they had a 5-5 quarterback that ended up being a decent uh, return man and NFL
Receiver.
receiver.
Well, we had
He was a little taller than that,
we had
maybe,
two
but still.
GAs at Arkansas Tech that went to Indiana.
Oh, but
Yeah, so yeah,
but
I saw,
still, but no one is doing. Man, he's got guys coming from the big schools to play for him. Okay. He's kept his coaching staff together from James Madison. He brought some of his players from James Madison.
yeah.
So what he's doing is he's doing a lot of the same things that Texas is doing, the same things that LSU's doing, that Florida State's doing, that Auburn's doing. He's bringing in some good transfer portal guys, but he's getting the right guys and he's getting them to coalesce and make a great team. And I want somebody that's got that juju on them.
And guys, 100%, I'm going to say this, it is still Bobby Petrino's job to lose.
That's right. Now he
He,
can
he,
still
he
win.
had a good opportunity to grab it by its throat,
Yeah.
and he had a good opportunity to grab it by its throat and pretty much win the job past weekend. Didn't happen.
And as
So,
much as I think I'm speaking for Clint too. As much as he's not our favorite and not wouldn't be the guy we would pick, if he gets it, I'm gonna back the dude. I backed him
so,
before and I didn't like him before, but
so
I
here's
didn't
the
like
thing.
him for other reasons.
When
But no,
Arkansas wins, my Saturday's better.
that's right.
I like to go watch the walk and talk. I like to hear Trey Beatty all upbeat.
Yeah,
I love to watch the highlight shows where we did this and we did that.
yeah,
I don't get to do that when we lose. You know what I do? I sit there and I be sad.
that's
That's what
right.
I do. So
I
I
cry
want them to be
myself to
good.
sleep.
And I'm pulling for you, Bobby. But right now it just don't look good. And for those, I think at least four of the names we mentioned, everyone that I mentioned, Shanahan, I don't know about Golich. All those guys are all four of those we could get without fighting many people for them.
I think the more the jobs are, I think the more the jobs that are opening up, Golish is going to get tougher to get.
Yeah,
Um,
it is just. I mean, and you would probably rank us. I'd probably rank us the number four job open at the moment, behind LSU, Florida, and Penn State.
but you got Auburn's about to come open. You got if if Drink goes somewhere else, you got Missouri going to come open.
Yeah.
Or if Kiffin goes somewhere else, you got Ole Miss going to come open. You got Florida State. You got Clemson a possibility still. You
But the thing is, let's say Drink or Ole Miss come open. I mean, or Kiffin go somewhere. Well, they're filling one of those big names. So
yeah,
it's
but
not
but here's another one, Clint. Now he came out and denied it and said it's not going to happen and said it's a lie. But Sark to the Titans, you know, why not, man? I mean, he could go there. He's got a good young quarterback to work with to build around. Um,
okay. Let's talk about this then. Okay, so
I'm
we
just
can
saying
agree.
it may not
No, no, but
happen
no, but no. But let's talk. So okay, so the right now, which one would you say is the best job opening?
right now. LSU.
Okay, it's LSU or Penn State, and I'll give LSU. All right, what's the better job, LSU or Texas?
Ooh, probably Texas.
I mean, because what you're hearing right now is all these guys are doing is what they're going to do is they're going to kick the tires of Saban and Meyer,
Yeah,
and they're both going to say no,
yeah,
and then they're going to go try to throw $15 million at Marcus Freeman,
yeah,
and then Lane Kiffin.
yeah.
Okay, who's after that?
Well, the guy at Oregon,
Yeah,
so you could have Oregon open up
but what
too.
I'm saying is
Yeah,
I don't know. But all three of those guys, I think, are very likely to say, "Look, I'm good where we are. Just use you get raises."
yeah.
Um, I
Oregon,
just,
of course, Oregon ends up. I don't think about them a lot because those West Coast teams like that tend to get guys that we're not really looking at normally.
yeah.
I mean, I don't know, not always, but you know. Well,
Anyway,
anyway, Clint, it's crazy. It's going wild. But with all the negatives and all the craziness for that, the basketball team, Clint,
Coach Cal just coming wrapping his
I
arms
I
around me going,
need
"It's
I
going
need
to be
some help
okay."
here. I need some help here, Clint.
I
I need some
need you
help.
now.
I need some help because I'm a little too fired up about this basketball team, Clint.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, they look that Cincinnati game. I watched the whole thing. I watched. I fell asleep during the one last night, um, in the second half. But the one last night against Memphis was exactly. If you're Cal, you wanted that game. You wanted them to struggle in the first half and then have to come back and they ended up coming back great. But Memphis punched them in the face in the first
They
half, and
did
they came
come
back
out and
and
just hit him right in
punched
the mouth.
back. And dude, Trevin Brazil, by the end of this year, Clint, we could be talking about he's one of the best, if not we're going to be arguing whether he's the best player we've ever seen at Arkansas.
Okay, I don't know
Maybe the
about
most
that.
talented.
Um, okay, but the only thing that scares me about this team is the free throw shooting.
That yeah,
They're not making because you can see there's going to be a game down the line where you're going to need to make free throws down the stretch, and that's going to become a concern.
yeah.
Um, Billy Richmond, Carter Knox both look like they've taken that step. Uh, Brazil looks unbelievable. Acuff and Thomas,
Dude, Thomas's release is stupid quick.
yeah,
Like I was talking to the Camden baseball coach today. I mean, he's a big Razorback fan. And he's a younger guy, so these are the ones he compared him to, but he said his release is quicker, he thinks, than Rodney Clark and Dusty Hannah's. And he may be right. Now, he doesn't have as pretty of a shot as those two, but his release is quick, dude. Like
Yeah.
and the thing is, he's more athletic than they were. So, like, he can, like, create his own shot and then get it off stupid quick. And him and Acuff both are gritty defensive players. And that's what impressed me against Cincinnati. Usually the two things that a team at this start of the year is not doing well is defense and rebounding. And maybe shooting threes, but this team I don't think we're going to have to worry about that too much because I think they're so versatile in all the different areas.
Well, they've got guys that they're going to make it. It's not
But
like they're
defense and
deficient.
rebounding is already like they still got work to do. Okay. There's still some weaknesses and they may lose some games, but defense and rebounding is already pretty
I mean,
solid, man.
who did we have in the middle of Abayu? I'm butchered his name. Jonas Abayu. Abayu.
Yeah. Adu.
Adu. Jonas
Yeah.
Adu. Sorry.
Yeah.
So we had Jonas Adu, and then you had Big Z, and Big Z was not a traditional big.
Yeah.
And now
Pringle is a man.
you got Pringle, you got Ewan. Is like it wasn't like he went out there and go, okay, let me get the number one guy on the portal. Okay, let me fill in these pieces that I
Yeah.
need.
Yeah.
And
That's
then
where
and
he's
then
different than Musselman. Yeah.
and the Brazil is playing much bigger this year.
But he's still hitting
It is
threes.
almost like Calipari has unlocked whatever there was in there to unlock.
Yeah.
It really seems like he's got the keys to that ignition, and I'm excited to see.
I can't
This,
wait.
this team has and I'm not going to sit there and say they're going to win the national championship, but if you're a Sweet 16 team, you're Elite Eight team, you have the shot at the national title. And that is this Arkansas team has got a shot. I
If
mean,
this team plays together, coalesces, works together, man, it can be a very special year.
because you're sitting there.
The tournament can do crazy things, so we don't want to get too ahead of ourselves, but man, this can be impressive.
Well, because right now you've got Billy Richmond coming off the bench, you got Thomas coming off the bench, and then you have Ewan coming off the bench.
Yeah.
I mean that is, and there's another one that's playing quite a bit of minutes that I'm brain farting on.
I'm trying to
But
remember,
yeah,
but yeah.
but yeah, no, they. I mean, but this team's going 8, 9, 10 deep.
Yeah.
And
And
they
they're
could
fun to watch, man. They are.
they're
So
going
if
to
you
be
haven't
fun
watched
to
them
watch.
yet,
And
folks,
you that they were telling like you don't put the schedule that Calipari has put together unless you got a good foot. We got a
and
good
here's the other thing. We are not missing Boogie Flan.
no.
We're not missing him out and to me, it's even better because Acuff and Wagner are working together very well. They're playing very well together.
Well,
Whereas Wagner and Boogie
I'm,
didn't play that
I'm
well
gonna I'm
together.
gonna stick up for Boogie a little bit because it seemed like they did like later in the year, like when Boogie returned from injury.
Yeah,
And it may have been because Wagner learned a little bit about Wagner and then Boogie took a step back.
yeah,
Who knows?
yeah.
So I think it may
Oh,
have had much
you're right, but I think this is the thing. These are practice game or scrimmage games, and we're seeing that with those two guys, and one of them's a freshman. It's just they're
well, we
impressive.
did beat Kansas last year in the preseason.
Yeah. Oh
Um,
yeah.
but they did when we beat them in the tournament too. But neither here nor there.
Yeah.
Um, but and then we struggled in SEC play. So I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves, but I really, really like what we've seen.
Yeah.
Really like what we've seen.
Yeah. Oh, I agree, man. It's fun to watch, and I can't wait to see more. I can't wait to watch more of it. It's gonna be, and the schedule is nuts, dude. It's so nuts. So we'll see what happens, but I can't wait. Hogs, baby, basketball. We got that going for us.
I know, dude. Look. It's always is it when basketball's over, you're gonna have baseball to look forward to. It'll be good, and then before you know it, it'll be next football season. It's painful right now,
Yeah.
but we'll have a coaching search. There'll be a new head hog.
Well, and there's going to be the hope of whoever that head coach is going to be. There's going to be the hope of, what's next? What are they going to be able to do? Who are they going to get? All those different things. So we'll see what happens, man. It's we're Razorback fans, baby. That's the way
Woo
it
pig.
goes. Woo stinking pig. Well, Clint, we got Mississippi State coming up. We don't really we were way off on our predictions last week. But what's your prediction?
Mississippi State 35, Arkansas 21. They've got to prove to me they can win. I want to pick them. I just can't.
I'm going to say Arkansas 28, Mississippi State 23.
All right.
I'm going to still stick with my Hogs. I'm wrong every week anyway. Might as well
Just be wrong. No,
Be
I'm
wrong
going to pull.
again.
I'm pulling for them. I'm pulling for the Hogs, but you know what?
Well, you did pick Auburn last week, but you said 38-31. I don't know. I can't remember what the final score was, but anyway.
It was ugly.
Well, folks, thank you so much for listening, watching, subscribing, share, comment, all those kinds of things.
Do it all.
Do it all. And let us know what you think about our coaching ideas. Let us know what you think about the Petrino thing. I kind of, I put out that clip of us last week. I expected to get some comments about that. We didn't really get any, so it's kind of shocked.
Y'all know I'm right. You know I'm right.
I guess so. I guess people can't argue with the truth.
Nope,
so,
can't argue with the truth.
Anyway.
They do anyway, though.
That's right. Well, Clint, man, have a great rest of the week. Go Hogs.
Bye, everybody.
Beat them dogs. Shut up them cowbells.
Sweat, work, filthy, dirt, harvest, hurt, kingdom come. Sweat, work, filthy, dirt, harvest, hurt, kingdom come. Listen, that's why I sweat when I work. My hands get filthy down in this dirt. Won't see no harvest till I hurt. Crying your kingdom come. Listen, I wake up in the morning, I bow my head to pray. Mama told me if I don't, ain't nothing gonna change. These prayers breaking up hard ground so I can sow the seed. Ain't afraid of no aches and pain. Lord knows I gotta follow his lead. That's why I sweat when I work. My hands get filthy down in this dirt. Won't see no harvest till I hurt. Crying your kingdom come.